In the last lecture, you got an overview of what you're going to learn in this section of the course, and the project for this section of the course, which was really to go into AdWords and set up your first campaign following the 10 steps that I am going to outline for you. Now, before we get into those 10 steps in this lecture, let us look at the benefits of Google AdWords. Let's really understand what is so great about AdWords before we start to invest time and energy in learning about it. In this lecture, then, I want to share with you the 3 key benefits and also then get into Google AdWords versus Facebook ads. This is a common question that I see coming up, and so we'll look at that as well. So here are the 3 key benefits of online advertising and Google AdWords as well. The first one is that you can really get instant results. I referred to this in the last lecture, that you can really drive targeted round-the-clock traffic to your website within minutes. You can come in to Google AdWords, you can set up a campaign, 5 minutes later you can have targeted traffic coming to your website. Other traffic sources can take much longer to build up that authority to be able to achieve that. So that is the big attraction for most people, is the ability to get instant results and to get consistent results as well. Now, the second reason, the second key benefit of online advertising in general and Google AdWords is that it's highly targeted. Especially in Google AdWords, you can target by keywords, location, language, time of day, and many more options. I'll show you further down in point number 5 here some of the targeting options, how you set that up, and I'll give you my recommendations for that as well for your first campaign. Now, the third reason that you should really use Google AdWords for online advertising and to really get results is because it's cost effective. You'll only pay when somebody clicks on your ad, so it's pay per click. You might have heard that term before, but essentially when somebody in Google or somewhere else clicks on your ad, let me show you an example. You only pay when somebody actually clicks on your ad and goes to your website. So the key benefit of that is that you're only getting this targeted traffic to your website. Only people who are really interested in what you have to offer. And that's very different from traditional advertising, like putting a ad in a newspaper or on a radio. You don't really know who is going to listen to that, and it's not really targeted as well, and you can't get as instant results because they can't go and purchase on your website as well. So it's very different to traditional advertising. It's really still a massively growing space, so this is a great reason for you to really learn more about Google AdWords. Now that we've covered those 3 key benefits, let us look at Google AdWords versus Facebook ads. I think this is a common question that people have when they're starting a business. Maybe you have this question, you're asking which is more effective, what can you use for higher conversions, i.e. getting more sales, signups to your website. And let's answer that. My answer really is that both can really be highly effective, but they need different approaches because the user intent is different on both websites. And this is the key thing to understand. There's different features, etc., targeting options, but the key thing that you should really keep in mind whenever you're considering these two or talking to other people about this is that the user's intent is different on both websites. So when I come into Google, I am really here for a specific reason, and that reason is generally to find a solution to a problem that I have. For example, I'm typing in emergency plumber, wedding venue, etc. Therefore, AdWords is good to target people who are actively searching for a solution to their problem because you are theoretically providing that solution. So for example, I come into Google AdWords, I type in digital marketing course, and I'm actively searching for a digital marketing course. This is the reason I use Google AdWords, and here are all the potential solutions for me. This intent, we talked about it earlier, in the SEO part of the course. People really come in to find solutions, so you can present your solution right at the top here by using Google AdWords. Now, remember that Facebook is slightly different. People use Facebook to share and connect with people. And just think about why you use Facebook. You come in, you're really here to share and connect with friends, etc. Now, what does that mean? Why is that good, and how would that change your approach to advertising? Well, the thing about Facebook is the Facebook ads can be a great way to leverage word of mouth, as it's already a social venue. Maybe let me try and come in and see this. You can see this is a sponsored post here. None of my friends have liked this yet, but you can see there's been 54 views. You can see some comments, likes on this. This is quite a new ad, so maybe there's nothing coming up. But I can see, for example, if somebody has liked Rick Mulready's page, that's a friend of mine, I can see that there. And so there's a lot of social proof that can be added on top of a Facebook ad that can really get it to stand out and leverage that word of mouth. So this is perfect. This type of ad on Facebook can be perfect for problems that people might not be actively searching for, or problems that they don't know they have yet. So that is the key difference. I think remember that the user intent is different. Personally, I think Google AdWords is probably more straightforward because people are looking for a solution to their problem, and you can present that solution right there. On Facebook, it's maybe a little bit more, you have to think about who people's friends are, leverage that social word of mouth, and present solutions to problems they may not know that they have. So that is a bit of a comparison. Both are highly effective, but just remember the user intent is different on both websites. You come into Google to find solutions to your problems. You come into Facebook to really connect with friends. Okay, so that wraps up the benefits of Google AdWords and a little bit of a comparison versus Google AdWords versus Google Facebook. One final tip, I guess, if you're trying to decide between these two, is allocate a budget for both and see which one will bring you better results. I think the key thing is if you get a little bit familiar with Google AdWords and a little bit familiar with Facebook ads, comparing and contrasting and getting familiar with two things can really increase your understanding of both platforms. So there's no harm to maybe first get familiar with Google AdWords, and then you can always leverage that knowledge, those learnings, bring them off to Facebook as well. All right, so let's wrap up on the benefits of Google AdWords. In the next lecture, I'm going to really start getting into Google AdWords and how it works, showing you how the auction system works, and we'll look at some examples there as well.